Hello everyone, how are you? I trust you're all good and doing well. Depending on your geographical location, I send you my special greetings. You're welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Ika. The topic of my discussion today is about countries that give international students permission to work while they are studying, or during the holiday, or sometimes after their study. Now, I had made a video before this one giving this same discussion on the same topic, but in that video I had promised that I was going to bring more names. I brought out a few names in that very first one and promised I was going to bring more names in this subsequent video. So this is like a follow-up of that video, and so I'll be giving more names in this one. But before then, guys, remember to subscribe to this channel, like and share these videos with your friends or neighbors or relations that have the intention to travel abroad to study, because it's actually good to have knowledge of these things. It's good to know if the country you're traveling abroad to study would allow you to work while you're studying during your degree, because you see, students working during their degree gives them extra money, extra bucks in their pocket. Upkeep abroad is not cheap, so they need to work this extra few hours to add up with whatever money they came with, or whatever money their sponsors are giving to them. So for this second batch, number one in the list for me, this is random selection, is not by any reference or preference. The number one for me in this second batch is Republic of Ireland. In the Republic of Ireland, during your study, during your degree, you are allowed to work 20 hours during the school session, and then you can work full-time during the holidays. Okay, so that's for Republic of Ireland. And the next one is France. France, you're allowed to work in and out of campus. That means if you get a job during your degree in the campus, you can do that work. If you get a job outside your school campus, your school premises, you can still do it. And that is for 964 hours in a year. So every year of your study in France, you're allowed to work 964 hours in and off campus, just like in Canada. You are permitted to do that. And so the third one is Spain. In Spain, you are allowed to work 20 hours a week during the school session. And during the holiday, you can work full-time as much as you can. That's in Spain. Then another country on the list is Malaysia. Malaysia, you are allowed to work 20 hours. Okay, 20 hours a week. During the holiday, you are allowed to work 7 days a week. That is full-time. And that is subject to their immigration requirement. You are allowed to work subject to their immigration requirement. That is, if you meet their immigration requirement. I suppose any student going to study in Malaysia, you will need to study and know what is their immigration requirement to work in their country, because that's what they put in their website, that it is subject to their immigration requirement. You are allowed to work 20 hours a week during your school session. Now, during the holiday, you're allowed to work 7 days a week, subject to their immigration requirement, subject to whatever they put in place, expecting you to meet the conditions you're expected to meet. So the next one on the list is Singapore. Singapore, you're allowed to work only 16 hours a week. 16 hours a week. That is if you're studying. The condition of students working in Singapore is if you're studying in a government-approved university or college. So that means not anyone that is not approved. If you come there to study in any university or college in Singapore that is not approved by the government, that means you will not be allowed to work. You will not be permitted to work. So these are the things you need to find out. Check very well. Make sure the school you're seeking admission is approved by the government of Singapore. If it's not, that means you will not be allowed to work. In such instance, that you will need to come with a lot of money to pay your fees, your tuition, your accommodation, your upkeep, and every other thing. Because these extra hours that these students work, it always helps them with so many things, you know, help them with maybe upkeep, social life, recreational purposes. So if you are going to study in Singapore and the school or the university or the college is not government registered, you will not be allowed to work in Singapore. Like I said, you will need to carry enough money to take care of yourself in Singapore. So, but it will be wise that you look for a school that is approved by the government. Any college or university that is approved by the government, you find a way and get admission into such schools so that you'll be allowed or given a permission to work. Okay, then in Malaysia, they say you can only work 20 hours, you can work. I'm just trying to go back now to rephrase, or for ease of understanding, or anyway, to emphasize. In Malaysia, you have to meet the immigration requirements. You have to meet the immigration requirement, whatever the immigration requirement is. In such case, you need to find out what is the immigration requirement for a student to work in Malaysia. And if you meet that requirement, you are allowed to work 20 hours during the school session and full-time 7 days a week during the holiday. So that's Malaysia. In Spain, I've already told you, it's 20 hours a week and 7 days a week. That is full-time during the holiday, as it is done in most of other countries. In Ireland, like I said, during your school session, you're allowed to work 20 hours. During the holiday, you work full-time. You're not allowed to, in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland, you are not allowed to work full-time during the school session. No, that's not allowed. You're only given 20 hours to work during the school session. But during the holiday, you can gather your momentum, put yourself together and work full-time and make all the money for yourself to spend it on your upkeep, on your social life, on whatever you want to spend your money on. And so that is the Republic of Ireland. And in France, they measure it by hours. By what I read, by my research, you can work for 964 hours a year in and out of the campus. So I don't know how you can divide that to come to a week. Anyway, you're still, what it means is you're free to work if you're studying in France, in any of their universities or their college, as I suppose government approved as well. So guys, this is the second batch of schools that I've just read their names now, who allow their students, the international students that come to their country to work. I had already made a video on the first set of 5. I will put a link to that video behind this, below this one, so that you can watch the two if you have the time. But it is actually advisable that you watch the two if you or anybody you know, or your friend or a relation, has the intention to come out to any of these countries to study. It's better to have this information at the back of your mind so that you don't make any mistake, so you don't go wrong anywhere. They don't take any of these things for granted. No error is excused. So it's better you have the information before you come out. So that will be it today. Remember to subscribe to this channel, share and like this video. Once again, my name is Ika. See you in my next video. Bye.